CCTV.
Hey guys, what's your names? Where are you from?
Alex, and it's Hugo. I'm from London. I'm from Surrey.
Lovely. And what do you guys think about the Brexit?
I think it's bloody brilliant.
I was Remain. I think it's fucking awful. I think financially speaking, it's the smarter
of course.
option.
But then in the long run, everything will work out. I think because obviously you saw that the pound plummeted and went to shit. But like, that was obviously going to happen. Like if we're going to leave, because just people are so uncertain about what's going to happen.
I know it'll take years for the UK to negotiate.
And just the fact that it was put to a referendum, like, it's rubbish. The average person knows nothing about politics and the way the country runs. I don't think it should.
I agree with that. Yeah.
And what do you think about the Brexit?
I don't know. To be honest with you,
Now,
Well, it was all a bit surprising, I guess, when it happened the first time. So we're all a bit, I guess I wouldn't say shocked, but you know, when you get the message that even as a German living here, you're not necessarily entitled to stay, that's not really encouraging.
Absolutely.
So we'll see.
life outside the EU is good. It's not a big problem. Everybody worries, but it's fine.
Well-
Just make a good deal, make sure we can trade, and it's okay.
I think it's a real shame, mainly because I feel like it's kind of bolstered racism.
what would you want to say to those people who say, get the foreigners out, they don't want to do anything, they just go on benefits?
Well, I guess it's, all these immigration debates essentially always comes down to an economic debate, and it's usually people that got left behind from an economic perspective. So it's more of a question of getting those people back in the boat rather than anything else.
Yeah. Like, there's been a lot of reports that, people are...
Bugger off Polish.
Yeah.
And I don't think that's I feel like it's only coming to light now. I think that's always been the case, or tiny cases, but now it's all coming to light and people are publicising it. But I don't think that's any more relevant now. Like, it's not like everyone is now against Polish. If anything, before the referendum, when the vote was happening, people have been more anti-immigration, but now it's actually happened.
Do you think those things will die down, perhaps, or
Yeah, of course. I think
race relations and stuff like that? How will they die down?
Yeah, I don't think that's an issue.
Yeah.
And that has to do with passport rules. If they can change the passport rules, they can control who comes and goes anyway.
Yeah.
I didn't vote leave because of immigration, so I'm fine with it. But
That's what a little bit boiled down to. I mean,
people are angry and
ignore
they
the
see
economics of it.
they blame it on immigrants. And fair
That's
enough.
the thing.
If they see that as if they
They think
that, then
immigrants
fair
are
enough.
taking UK jobs. The jobs are just going to leave with them.
Obviously, no, I don't believe that.
I believe that.
Because
Yeah.
if you have,
the jobs follow cheap labour, and if people are willing to do cheap labour, immigrants,
cheap labour,
the UK people aren't willing to do
but
that.
the amount of I don't know, whatever. No, I'm just saying it's a bit weird having this on camera, but like,
This is good. This is good. You two need a show.
That's good stuff. Thank
You need a show.
having the amount it will cost in order to destroy the factory here and set it up over in Romania.
No, that's not how it works. It's globalization. People,
Yes, but
the
they
jobs
already
go
have
to
the
the
jobs
places
here.
where there's cheap labour. They have the jobs here, but they're going to leave.
If you want
because
cheap
the jobs are
labour, you
more
wouldn't go to
expensive.
England. You'd go to bloody China and Asia.
All these car companies like Mitsubishi, they have like factories, they're EU factories in the UK.
Yeah.
They're now starting to think like, okay, we're going to have to move them to France and shit. HSBC. Gonna move
Yeah,
to
I saw that.
France,
I think it's all scaremongering.
Yeah.
It's not scaremongering. It's just the fact.
Saying it
It's
before
just
the
case.
referendum, I thought it was.
But
just
the referendum
scaremongering.
has happened, and now HSBC is saying
I just think
that-
people just need to be optimistic and just try and work with it.
The failure of the EU is the failure to deal with like the crisis in Greece and Italy and southern European countries, and then the second one is the failure to deal with the refugee crisis in like a coordinated way. And try and close your borders to immigration is not doing it.
And what do you think about the people who have voted us out? What would you want to say to them?
What would I want to say to them? I want to say your problem is not immigration. Your problem is capitalism. So join a trade union and do something like that.
Brilliant. Do you think that we could overthrow this decision if we uproared and caused,
And reversed it.
reverse it?
I don't know. Are people still thinking that's possible? Is that thing about the European Economic Area? How are you going to have access to it? Everyone wants it. Government's not going to. It's not going to get it unless it has free movement. So I don't know. It's almost like it's not like we can reverse it. But it's almost like we can't enact it.
I mean,
It's just like there's nothing you can change
Yeah.
now. Obviously,
Well, I don't believe
the
it. I
whole
think
second
that there's-
referendum.
second
stuff.
referendum.
yeah. Do you
there's
reckon?
protests.
Do you reckon that we
Rubbish,
could
no.
protest our way out of this?
How could that be a?
Well, first of all, okay, the UK Parliament is a sovereign parliament, which
Yeah.
means that it doesn't actually have to listen to the referendum.
Yes,
The
okay,
referendum,
but
yeah,
like,
they can completely ignore the referendum. It's unlikely that they will, but they
the majority
can.
population who voted obviously
It just depends if enough MPs say, you know what, this is a bad idea. So it's still potentially.
Yeah,
a
but no,
balance.
you would because they're kind of there for their constituents. They wouldn't go if their constituents voted.
I don't
in
want
favour
all
of
the
leaving.
MPs to lie. People like David Cameron leaving it. Oh, I don't want just a Brexit government. But Theresa May, she's like half and half. I think she's a.
I think she's
potential
quite a
candidate.
nasty lady.
You think she's a
From what I've
nasty
seen,
lady?
yeah, my mum said she likes her, but I think she's quite a nasty, sneaky.
So who have we got to count on to
I don't know.
help us right now?
There's that new
Out of
there's
Corbyn,
that-
Theresa May, who else?
There's that new guy in news. I forgot his name. The one, he had a beard.
The bearded man.
Conservative bloke. I can't remember his name. But I feel like
Out of
he-
those three, who would you snog, marry, and avoid? No, I'm joking. Who would you rather see run this country?
Yeah. I don't know. So I guess it's justified, like, there's some sort of deeply neoliberal, like, economic recovery kind of strategy that I don't think will work. And then everyone's trying to get rid of Corbyn. I think he gets too much of a. He's been given too much of a hard time in the media and by the Blairite wing of the Labour Party, who don't believe in him. But I don't reckon they've got a plan. I honestly can't see who they're going to put forward, who people are going to vote.
And anything? What do you think about all the leaders of the Brexit just leaving us in the lurch?
Well, you know, I'm wondering where they're going to go. So, obviously, you know, if I had voted leave, then I would be more than angry or disappointed right now. So, not
Yeah.
sure what those people are feeling, but it's probably not a loss from my perspective.
Yeah, perfect. Thank you. Brilliant. And anything you'd like to say to Parliament or to people out there that you, as a Joe Blogs on the street, whose voice counts?
Don't cut workers' rights, don't cut environmental protections. I don't know how the hell you think you're going to have access to the European Economic Area without free movement, so probably just going to have free movement. And what the hell are you going to do about regional development funding? Are you going to make sure you still fund poor areas? Yeah, don't cock it up.
This whole Brexit has made way for the Americans now voting in favour of
A Trump.
a Trump. And what do you think the world would be like if that comes?
No, does it bolster Trump? I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, Hillary, what the hell? I don't know. Yeah, I mean, I guess Trump would be worse, but it'd just be total disaster, wouldn't it?
So the future for us guys, what do you reckon?
It's looking bleak.
What's the solution? Do we move?
I don't think it's moving. I think it probably is people realising that sort of low taxes and like getting rid of regulations is not going to work. It's not even going to work for like business owners and rich people. It will just bring about like you undermining the social fabric that is the basis of like economic prosperity. And so we need something better than Trump, better than Brexit, better than New Labour.
Well, I guess good luck. Let's see where we get to with the negotiations. Fingers crossed that we find a good solution.
And any other advice as somebody who isn't in the EU you'd give to people who are really worrying about our situation now?
Great Britain used to be an empire and it's a world player, and we should still be. We're not limited by Europe. They need us more than we need them.